The poor save, the middle class borrows to consume, the rich borrow to own. If you use your own dollars to buy real estate in the US, you're officially a loser. In this country, capital is an infinite resource as long as you know the access code to the bank vaults. Your credit profile, your true identity. In the US, your name means nothing. What matters is your FICO score and your entity structure. You're not a person, you're a corporation. The credit score game. Why you need a score of 760 plus. How to boost your credit limit through business credit lines that don't show up on your personal report. Asset protection. Why you shouldn't buy in your own name. Forming a series LLC in Wyoming or Delaware. Own nothing, control everything. Debt to income, DTI. How to manipulate your tax returns so the bank sees a profit when you need a loan and a loss when it's time to pay your taxes.
Credit scoring and invisible money.
The magic of 760 plus, the elite tier. Why 760? Because at this point, the bank stops seeing you as a risk and starts seeing you as a partner. The interest rate difference. With a 680 rating, you'll get a mortgage at 7%. With a 760 plus rating, you'll get 6.2%. On a $1 million property, over 30 years, this tiny 0.8% difference will save you almost $200,000. Psychology. A high rating is a signal to the system. I know how to play your game and always win. Banks give money to those who prove they don't need it. 2. The personal credit trap. The biggest mistake newbies make? They use personal credit cards for business. If you spend $50,000 on property renovations using your personal card, your utilization limit, will skyrocket. Your score will plummet 50 points overnight, even if you plan to pay it all back in a month. You become a risky client just when you need the money most. 3. Secret weapon, business credit lines, BCL. The real game starts here. I teach you how to build business credit that is completely separate from your social security number, SSN. Invisibility. These credit lines are linked to your EAIN, Business Tax Identification Number. You can spend $200,000 on a land purchase, and it won't show up on your personal credit report. Your personal score remains squeaky clean. 800 points. Why is this necessary? While your company is deeply in debt building a new hotel, you personally appear to banks as the perfect borrower. You can go to another bank and take out another loan for personal needs or another project. You double your leverage while remaining in the shadows. 4. How to accelerate limits, the liquidity injection. How do I get banks to give me a $100,000 limit for a new company in a week? The professional image. Your company should look reputable. A proper address, not a home address. A work phone number, a website, and an email address on the domain. Bank algorithms are bots. Give the bots what they want to see. The multi-bank strategy. We submit applications to 3, 4 banks simultaneously, sequence funding. They don't have time to see each other's requests in the system, and you get approval from all of them at once. Credit shielding. We use business cards that don't report to personal credit bureaus. For example, Chase Inc. or Amex Business. This is your invisible ink. Would you like me to lay out a plan for how to raise your rating from junk to 760 plus in 6 months? Especially for you.
This scheme isn't just a financial repair, it's a strategic disinfection of your credit profile. Eleonora calls it biography whitening. If your score is rock bottom, banks view you as a leper. We have 180 days to transform you into a financial atlas.
Deep clean, the audit. The first thing we do is take out the trash. You wouldn't believe how many errors there are in Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion reports. Banks are lazy. They make mistakes all the time. Action. Request full reports. Dispute every negative entry. If the address is incorrect, dispute it. Use Section 604 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Demand that the bureaus provide proof of every debt. If they don't respond within 30 days, and they often don't, the record is required to be removed. A clean report is the foundation. The Trojan horse method. Authorized user. You need a history you don't have. We'll buy it or borrow it. Action. Find a relative or friend with a perfect credit card. Limit $20,000 plus. Card age 5+ years. Zero balance. Ask them to add you as an authorized user. Result. You don't need to use the card, but after 30 days, its entire, long-standing, perfect history will be stuck to your report. Your credit history will skyrocket, and your overall limit will increase, instantly lowering your utilization rate. Secured growth. Now we need to prove to the system that you can be trusted with at least a nickel. Action. Open 2, 3 secured credit cards, for example, from Chime or Self. You deposit $500 into the account, and that becomes your limit. 2% rule. Spend only $10 per month on them for coffee and pay them off to zero 2 days before the statement date. Your goal is to show the system perfect payments while using the minimum limit. Credit mix injection. Banks love variety. If you only have cards, you seem unstable. You need a fixed payment loan. Action. Use Credit Strong or Self-Lender. This is reverse credit. You pay $25, 50 per month, into a savings account, and they report it to the bureaus as a real loan payment. Effect. This improves your credit mix. The algorithm sees that you're managing both cards and loans. Credit limit increases. Your score should already be around 700. It's time to expand. Action. Call your current card providers and request a credit limit increase. Tell them your income has increased, within reason. Why? The higher your total limit, the lower your utilization rate. If you have a $10,000 limit and $100 in debt, you look like a financial genius. If your limit is $500 and your debt is $100, you look like a drowning man. We're at the finish line. No new activity now. No hard inquiries. Action. Freeze your statements. Make sure all balances on all cards on the statement date are exactly 1%, not 0%. The algorithm will think the card is inactive and not 10%. Result: on the 180th day, you open the app and see the coveted 765. Now you can stomp into the bank and request those business credit lines we talked about earlier.
Eleanor's golden rule. A credit rating is like a reputation in high society. It takes years to build and minutes to lose. But if you know how to bribe the right people or trick the right algorithms, you can become one of the gang much faster than etiquette dictates.